Old money.
Yes.
Old money.
Yes.
Toyota Land Cruiser.
Yes.
Amazon, S-Reg.
Yeah, S-Reg, exactly. Again,
S-Reg.
we simply can't think what to replace it with.
There's a family in the town that I live in, which is more north than this and much poorer, and they drive around in a 51 plate. And
Old money, old shape XC70.
Yeah.
That's pretty old.
The guy crossing the road, is he old money, do we think?
Yes.
He's huffing and puffing. He eats red meat 3 times a day.
Yeah, and I think he probably still smokes as well. But look at him. Tweed jacket. But he's
Scar.
quite grizzly, so I think he works in advertising or the media.
I was going to say advertising.
Which is why he eats a lot of big lunches with clients or what have you, and why he still smokes.
Yeah.
And
doesn't understand vaping.
Yeah. I mean, quite a lot of gout.
Yeah. Wakes up in the morning with tingly feet.
But his dad was a big noise in advertising in the 60s. So it's sort of family thing. North London, Hampstead, moneyed. He grew up round here, I think.
Yeah.
And his dad used to know Terence Conran.
Of course he did.
And that man would not have a Bentayga.
Would he not?
No.
Would he see it as
Not
vulgar?
He'd happily take their money to write an ad campaign for it.
Yeah.
But he
think up a
would
creative
not
for it.
have a Bentayga because he's still got an old Discovery or something like that. Or maybe he's got an old XJ. Steel-bodied X308 XJ. And again, it's working fine.
Yeah.
Can't think what to replace it with.
Yeah.
I mean, his wife's had a new car since.
Yeah.
Ex-wife.
Main dealer fleeces him.
He
every
bought her
year.
a Freelander just after they'd separated, out of guilt. But a Bentayga is not on that man's radar because he is old.
Seriously though.
North London money. Now this is the kind of street, it's not the super smartest area, but it's sort of quite smart, established. Michael Palin lives around here, apparently. It's the kind of street where, though, a lot of people who do work in things like advertising live or used to live, and you always see like a Citroen DS or a Volvo Amazon.
These are the streets I used to walk or cycle around when I lived in London, and sort of.
That sounds like the opening to a Morrissey song.
Yeah.
Or
I'd yearn.
actually, no,
for one
maybe
day.
not. Maybe a Leonard Cohen song. These are the
don't know.
streets I used to walk or cycle around.
Does it make anyone think less of me the fact that I've never heard a Leonard Cohen song? I could not put my finger on.
But you have, you just don't know it.
Is it this street?
No, I think it's straight on. Oh, Shag.
Cable-tied
Stop.
Cable-tied old toys. On
Yeah,
the front of the
it's
iPhone.
classic, isn't it?
That is classic.
Usually, though,
I'm going to have to go down here.
well, that's okay because there's an old Rover 200 down there that I'd quite like to look at. 216 GSI. J-plate, original,
Wood veneer.
lovely.
I bet that's owned by someone with a significant amount of cash in
Yes,
the bank.
they'll have had that from new.
It doesn't occur to them to buy a new car.
No. And then look, see, here we've got an Alpha Spider on Halford's wheel trims.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy stuff going on around
Why
here.
on earth?
Oh, now there's a car coming,
Oh,
a van
for
coming.
goodness sake.
Oh, here is the Integrale. I'd given you a bum steer. Look, this is the street of quite interesting cars.
This is what.
Now, can you tell that man you're not letting him through because we're stopping to have a quick look at the Integrale? Oh, we're going to have to go.
I can't get through there.
Ball
can I?
bags.
So how are we going to do this?
It's okay. She's moving.
I can't get through there. I'm pretty sure this won't go through there.
Right.
Okay.
You're all right this side.
Oh wait, fuck. It's solid noise.
I don't like solid noise. You're all right. You've got a little bit of leeway this way if you want to.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. I can't stand it. The haunches are too wide. It's just solid noise.
And breathe out.
Thanks. I hate that.
Look at this.
Old wealth.
See, ulterior motive for bringing you down here. Now that's not old wealth. That's just silly.
Mustang GT horrible.
This is a very old money street, and because somebody has an old Volvo 245.
Look at the rot, and
Yeah.
it's a 5-figure number plate.
But do you know what they also have? Because I swear it's often parked nose to nose. Then they have an old shape V70 as well. Perfect combination.
That's round headlight in the square aperture.
Yeah.
I
Now
like
it's sort of old money street. There's a bit of there's a McCann back there and stuff. But there's a lot of Volvos.
Vulgar Countryman.
There's a Lexus there. McCann again. But look, there's an F-Type. There are about 3 F-Types on this street, which I find interesting. And there's that there. And
What's that? What
well,
is that?
I don't know because I only approach it from one side, and it's always covered over. I think it might be a Cortina, but the other side was uncovered. We could go back and look.
Have we got the time to spare?
It'll take like 5 minutes less. Just don't go out onto the main
I've got
road.
to turn around the cathedral.
It's fine. There's no one behind you. Just do a quick quick shimmy back.
There's a bloke there who already thinks that we're dodgy.
It's-
Because he knows
yeah,
that
I-
only criminals buy these cars. And it's
Yeah,
gonna
but they're
look
not the
like-
kind of crims who just burgle a house, are they?
Worried that we're going to look a bit dodgy. Oh.
Wait, what is it? It's a
So-
Volkswagen.
It is a Passat.
It's a Passat estate.
It's like a GL5 era
Yeah.
Passat.
Why have they kept that? I mean, there are people who keep cars for a while because look, they've
And
got that
also
old
that is
Monteo.
a totally unbreathable tarp.
Yeah. Oh, the car is ruined. That is scrap under there.
It'll be killing it.
They're home because the windows are open. We should probably go. We're going to get reported.
Listen to the sound of the TikTok of the indicator.
It's
I'm telling you now, it is identical to my grandparents' Series 1 Allegro. It is the same TikTok.
It's
When
a
I
bit.
heard
It's
it,
quite a ticky TikTok, isn't it?
I'd be prepared to put the indicator on now and drive normally, like you know what drunk people do.
Yeah.
They leave the indicator. I'm going to do it, okay?
Is there someone behind you?
Just listen for a while.
Yeah.
Is it a carriage clock in a care home? Or is it my grandparents' old Series 1 Allegro, which I adore?
Well, I was driving something the other day that had a very cheap click and it undermined the whole otherwise quite expensive ambience of the car. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, these
they're just
syntho clicks,
synthesised ones
yeah,
are odd,
because
aren't
in the old days it's just a relay
It's just a
clicking.
relay,
You know, you
'cause
got
I-
whatever you paid Mr. Lucas for.
Yeah.
But yeah, with your syntho click, I tell you what's quite good: the click in the Aston Martin DB11, because you know all the electrics in that car are from Mercedes.
Yeah.
But
That's
when
why I
they
think I
got
like
the
it.
box of parts from Mercedes, they decided all the warning tones and clicks and noises that the car makes, which are all synthesised, were a bit aggressive, a bit Germanic, and they wanted this more sort of British GT gentlemanly feeling.
Yeah.
So they commissioned a company to write, effectively, or come up with new tones.
Is this true?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. They're a bit less strident
Okay.
and a bit more. So instead of going, "Put your seatbelt on," it would go, "If sir wouldn't mind fastening his seatbelt," you know, a bit more British Airways
I like
rather than
that.
Lufthansa.
Yeah. But
So-
that's good though, because then what they're saying is we're taking the good parts of the German.
Yeah, the reliability.
Yeah, but we're
We're overlaying it with
Yeah.
some sort of British sensibility of, "Would sir mind awfully just remembering that
Placing the
his
belt
he is approaching that lamppost rather quickly. If you wouldn't mind taking some evasive action, sir, that'd be all right."
That's-
But what it leaves you with is the indicator noise sounds to me like a sort of a high snare sound off an 80s drum machine. Look at this hearse. It's an XJ40.
on the M-Reg.
Well, again, so old money.
That is
There's lots of years left in that car, so they're damned if they're replacing it with one of these newfangled, slightly vulgar Ford Falcon-based hearses.
I love that, and also the widow would go, "Oh, Len would have no problem doing
Yeah.
that. He always liked Jags
Because
She
he always had
wouldn't.
a slim cigar on the go, and he used to love a Jag.
This is a Fit Panda just parked in a very, very expensive house drive. I mean, the fact that you've got a drive in Hampstead says a lot. But bad stickers, okay?
It says on the back, "Amo il mio panda." I love my panda.
I don't know, man. I don't.
And it's got panda paws all over it, and it's got some cartoon pandas on it.
Well, this morning I passed a Nissan Duke in traffic near Stevenage.
Did it have a picture of the Duke of Wessex on it?
It didn't.
They've gone Duke crazy.
No, but it had horrible clip art stickers on the bumper. It had a picture of two cartoon bumblebees, not with faces, just bees, and underneath in really stoner writing, it just said "happy."
Oh.
And I thought to myself, has someone put that on there because it makes them happy,
Letting
or
you
is
go.
it
Look at
because
this.
they?
Whoa,
What the
double
shit!
new bus
What the shit!
sandwich.
There's a guy with sunglasses on cycling up a steep hill on a fixie.
I think
Do you call
he's
that
a celebrity. He must be a
Yeah.
celebrity.
Well,
We're in
he's got-
Hampstead.
he's got
and I
sunglasses
just
on.
saw a very Hampstead thing back there, right? So, talking as we were about new versus old money. A Range Rover,
Yeah.
black with no blingy bits on it, and not the massive wheels, just the medium wheels, the nice,
Yeah.
handsome but not too big wheels.
Yeah.
So quite a discreet spec for a new Range Rover.
Yeah.
And it was on Swiss plates.
So Swiss.
Because we live in London,
Yeah.
where we make a simply enormous amount of money in banking or jewellery or something like that. But obviously we have to get back to Geneva
Do we winter? Do we winter in Switzerland, or
I think we ski
So
we ski. We don't winter in Switzerland as such. We ski there.
January?
We pop everything back in the Range Rover, head back to London. Time for the kids to get back to school.
Of course.
Now, I think it depends. Maybe he's Swiss and she's British. So the daughter is called Jocasta.
It's what? Is that the name of an Italian motorbike?
No, Jocasta. You're thinking of Ducati.
Jocasta.
But the boy is called Hans Peter.
Okay.
And Hans Peter is starting a new school.
Yes.
Very exclusive.
So we have to cease skiing on
Yes.
January the 28th.
So cease skiing, get in the Range Rover, children. Let's head back to London, to the Hampstead house. But they may summer in Switzerland because it's breathtaking in the summer. It's absolutely breathtaking. And of course, fewer tourists because when the snow's gone, no one's going there. But up in the Alps, absolutely breathtaking. And of course, the Range Rover still comes into its own because
Alpine.
well, the chalet. I say chalet. I mean just the 7 bedrooms, but the track can get a little muddy sometimes, even in the summer. We get a little bit of summer rain.
It's
Some
true.
of the meltwater still coming off the higher peaks, and it can get a little swampy. But the Range Rover takes it all in its stride. No, we're not getting a Bentayga.